Air on. Power on.
It's time to take your place on the starting grid and get ready for Racer Radio. Your host, Dave Stahl, about to take you for a white-knuckle lap around the motorsports industry, covering everything from top-notch national drivers and crew chiefs right down to your local kid racers and racetracks. Watch for the apex, because here comes Racer Radio with Dave Stahl.
All right, folks, welcome. This is Racer Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The answer.
Well, Brittany, she's always impressed when she brings people in that I know, that she wouldn't think in a million years that I would know.
No, I've gotten used to this.
Oh.
I was telling him when in the green room, I said, I always feel like I'm the last one invited to the party, but I'm always grateful that I was invited.
Yeah, and you do a great job when you show up, so why don't you introduce our guests?
Well, you might have your hands full from what
already know.
rumor says. We have the Collie family.
Yeah.
It sounded weird when I said it that way.
Like
they have experience with 2 wheels, 3 wheels, and 4 wheels. To my left, I have Larry. To my right, I have Brody. And to my far left, I have Chelsea.
Exactly. And they might do a little racing. Who should we talk to first? Should we talk to Larry for a second?
They're all pointing at Larry.
Well, just
Let's
for a moment.
talk to Dad.
So, Larry, you and I know each other from breakfast in the sky, so to speak, and you and your crowd. And by the way, you can let them hear this show. Hats out to you guys. Look forward to seeing you, Saquon. You know, if you guys want to go hang out there. I guess you got a pretty good breakfast there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, didn't you talk them into it? Or didn't you have something to do with the cooks about opening up early?
Well, yeah, they only open up the restaurant to the golf players, and we don't do a whole lot of golfing.
You haven't hit a ball since I don't know when. So who we got here today? Who we going to talk to?
My youngest is Brody.
Okay.
He's he got in a go-kart when he was 5.
Okay.
He's done the go-kart at San Diego Karting Association back in the day, and
yeah.
Then at Camp Lockett, he go-karted. He ran the mini dwarf. He ran some motorcycle races. He won some quad stuff, and now he's on the pull start class with his big brother Dalton, who's running a bunch of stuff. But yeah, Brody's the flat track kid.
That's it. What about Chelsea?
Chelsea, well, she used to do some flat tracking, but now she brought me my first grandbaby about 10 months ago.
Well, then I think she should be taking care of that.
Yes.
So
She's
let's
got
go
a
ahead.
lot of time.
So let's talk to Brody. So how old are you?
I'm 12.
Oh, my God.
He's going to be an 8th grader next week.
Ching.
Yeah.
In studio, no doubt. So started go-karting when you were 5.
Yeah.
Did you kind of just fall for it? I mean, you were just hooked?
Yeah, it was fun. I flipped a few of them, but
Yeah, me too.
He kept going.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like a 3,400-pound car just landed on you. It's kind of like your skateboard or your wagon that just landed on you.
This was asphalt, correct? You started on asphalt.
Been there,
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Well, I mean, because he's in dirt now, so that's why I was clarifying.
What was the switch? Why'd you switch from dirt? Because there's no place to run. It's probably mad something.
well, they stopped doing the races at Qualcomm, so.
That's what I'm saying. So I
Yeah.
guess where else you gonna go? Nothing bad about K1 speed. I just don't like the fact they turn you down when you get a lot of control. Because I still think 8 wheels in a turn's better than 4. But the people at K1 speed don't think so.
No, they don't, Dave.
I know. I've been ejected, 2-3 times? But that's another story. So how do you like dirt?
It's fun. A little,
Different.
slippery sometimes.
Right?
Hey,
Well, don't
it's
you
fun.
kind of like slippery? I mean,
Yeah.
especially if it works.
Yeah, it's a little interesting.
Yeah, when it doesn't work, it's not. Wait, why is that tail end coming around? I'm not. Wait,
Whoa.
stop. Yeah, hate spinouts. Hate them with a passion.
So you went from 4 to 2 wheels.
Yeah. So when did you flip to 2?
Well, for a while I was doing 4 and 2. I had the go-kart and the motorcycle, but then I was the last one of my brothers, so then ended up just stopping at a point.
Oh, yeah. So now you're on 2-wheel. Okay. You like this better than 4-wheel?
Yeah, well, kind of.
You're a little hesitant.
He was hesitant. He's thinking.
I've been all around because it was go-kart and then go-kart motorcycle quad,
yeah.
Right.
quad mini dwarf, and then mini bike.
God, you can
And
remember
he's
all that.
12.
And he's 12. But I think it makes you look at the real top name guys. Look at the if you just go into sprint cars alone, I mean, look how many different things they drove.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
And
Sheldon Creed and Larson both come to mind right now.
Yeah, exactly. But they also, it's like when you have the ability, you have the ability. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Doesn't mean you're going to win every single time, but you have the potential because your head's on right.
Yeah, got the experience.
Got the
He's
experience.
got the opportunity too, and he's taking it.
Well, and you got to be smart at it too. And by the way, I even hate bagging on this guy, but it fits the idea, and that's Robbie Gordon. You know who he is?
No.
Robbie Gordon drives off road, and he's probably one of the best off road racers out there. Except he only knows one way, and that's flat out.
Wide open.
So it's either wreckers or checkers, So it's morally the wrecker than it is the checker. So, and when I find a driver that thinks out the race, and that's what you do, right? When you're getting ready to go on a race, you have it in your head what you're going to do.
Yeah, try to figure out what line I'm going to take.
Yeah, and you never know, but like I said, good old Robbie, blah, he just hammers it, whatever that. Yeah.
He has the money to repair.
Well, sure.
It's kind of a difference between most of us and him.
Yeah. And we don't want to go anywhere without that because Brittany and I will tell you your sponsors are probably the most important part of your team, if you know what I mean. So, with that being said, who do you got on the side of you're riding a mini bike now?
Yes.
So you only have one
Not
sponsor.
much room.
Yeah, one sponsor.
I got two. I got mini bike small engine.
Okay.
Oh, no, San Diego small engine.
Okay.
And I got Dad.
Does it say Dad?
Okay, well,
D-A-D?
so that's Dad on one side and San Diego mini bike. Hey, if you want to reach out to them, you're more than welcome to because I think that would be a stellar interview. It'll give them free radio exposure without me having to charge them, and it doesn't cost anything. We'll have them come in sometime and do a segment just like we're doing here. Think about it after the show because, like I say, I'm always liking to help out the small businesses that keep you on the track.
Gotcha.
Has the engine's been staying together? Nothing fall off? Nothing fall off the engine yet?
Not yet.
Okay. That's because you've been keeping the shiny side up and the rubber side down.
Well, I heard of something that just went down with his quad.
What?
Oh, yeah, I went over my handlebars one time out in the desert.
But he got back on.
See,
Got back on, kept going.
See, I didn't. It took the wind out of my sails, and I went, it was terrible.
It didn't land on him, thank goodness. I was glad to hear that.
Normally they do.
Can't imagine.
You'll have to find it, but it's on your bike. It's a little like gyro thing. So that if you do fall off, that bike will take an hour to find you and try to
But
poke
it will
holes in
find
But
you.
it will. But it will find you. Yeah. Am I right?
Yeah.
Heat seeking. I like that. I want to put that into my little storyline as well. So, all right. So, folks, don't leave because we still got a couple minutes. But at the 45, we want to talk about your future. What are your goals and aspirations? Do you want to do this for the rest of your life? You want to make a living at it? Those are kinds of things I'm sure you've thought about to a certain degree, right?
Yeah, I have a little bit.
Okay, but I got homework for you. You go home today, and you know what I'm going to say. Stop at a Staples or Office, Depot, whatever, and get a diary, a book, and every night before you go to bed, write your day in it. And then when you get to be 40, 45 years old, you give that to a movie producer or somebody that likes to write about biographies because none of us do it. Now, you're too young, but if you could put your life in a book, Larry, well,
That's what Marty Tripe said when you were telling him.
Exactly. Well, I know your book would be very thin because you couldn't put all the real stuff in there. But, you'd be surprised, and it's good therapy for you. If you just write one page. Don't go carry away. Just write one page every night, and you'll get in a habit. You should do it with the little one. It would be a great. Just think when he or she, what is it, he? So when he's, heck, even 20 years old, if he's only 20 years old, you could say, hey, by the way, I've got something that I did for you every single day. Because back in my day when we had kids, there was a book you got.
Yeah, like it has like the first step.
The first this, the first time it pooped in your foot.
Oh, my gosh.
The needles, the whole 9 yards. So I'm just saying. So I've really become inspired when I talk to kids his age, and you as well. But if you were to start writing this stuff down, I swear somebody would pick it up as the greatest movie in the world. Because we don't do that with each other. But I got to take a break. The poor guy's yelling at me. because this is Racer Radio on FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The answer.
All right, folks, welcome back. You're listening to Racer Radio right here on FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The answer.
And now we're going to chat with our special guests in the house.
Brody Collie.
Yep. And
You
his
know-
dad, Larry.
Larry. And we got Chelsea with us, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking, because I think Brody has a few more people he wants to give a shout out
Thanks to Chelsea.
Yes, thank you.
She
Yes.
locked
She's
his heels.
watching out for
He
him.
forgot somebody.
Because it is important, as we were saying
Well,
off
it is.
air. And I have you watched the drag race for today? Am I going to spoil something?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so the person who won,
Yes.
one of my favorites, because he's hilarious.
Yes. I
In the
already know-
interview.
I know who you're talking about. I'm glad to see my boy won
It doesn't
again.
matter what the question is. I couldn't even tell you what the question was. He didn't care because he went straight to his sponsors.
Well,
and it
of
was
course.
He straight to his
He
sponsors
is the
'cause he knows how important
ultimate.
it is.
He's the ultimate.
Yeah.
You want to learn from
But
John.
he screams them. He's so
Learn
excited.
from John. You know who John Force is
Yes.
on NHRA?
He's really
No,
excited during every interview.
Well, we decided that's adrenaline.
I love him. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. It doesn't
All right.
hurt.
So who else?
let's hear
Who
yours,
else helps you
Brody.
get to the track?
I wanted to thank HRP, TC Construction, San Diego, Small Engine, Maxima, my parents, and then, the racetracks, Paris and Camp Lockett.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
So what kind of helmet you wear? I'm just curious. What's your choice of helmets?
Thor.
You like Thor? What is it about Thor you like? Because there's a lot of helmets out on the market. But what do you like about the Thor?
Comfortable and work good.
Yeah.
You crash, it doesn't hurt, so
Really?
they work.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. I mean, because if it didn't work, we probably wouldn't be chatting with you. But
Yeah.
no. Now, do you have to wear a neck brace? Some type of a Hans device?
I wear a neck brace, yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. I just read the history of the Hans device. I'd wear one too, because when you can see the the physical anatomy of what your head does when you do get into an accident. Wow, it's pretty
I
impressive.
hate to be that person, but I'm going to be.
No, you're not.
We've had a guest on quite a few months ago who would disagree. Maybe we should have that person back on. I'm
Yeah.
not going to speak too much on it, but
Yeah, let's do that.
it would be nice to have a balance and have both sides of that story. Although I wear one, but it's required, the next
Well,
gen. But on
I think
the
you would-
motorcycle, they had a different theory
Well, that's-
from
yeah.
personal
I agree with
experience.
that,
And
but
then
I-
you can't predict every
But
single
wouldn't
type
you,
of fall.
if you had your choice, would you wear it or wouldn't you?
I thought for sure yes until I talked to this person off air about it. So I don't know. Sorry to be that person. Go ahead, Chelsea.
I think it depends on the style because some of them
Yeah.
fit a little bit more comfortably, and when you're moving around, there are a lot more movement.
Here,
With
pull
like,
it over there, too.
With like the ones in the car, they sit your neck so tight and how it's supposed to sit. Where like some of them are foam, and you're just kind of it's just more of a brace.
Right.
well,
yeah.
in
and
the
it's-
car, we also have the seat behind us as support.
And if you have the
too.
side paddles, or at least are one.
It's just the whole theory in the car is a little different because we have the restraints. And I don't know. I didn't pursue this gentleman, but I was surprised, honestly, to hear that he was not in favor of them.
Right. Yeah, but I want to know if that's from a personal
It's
or
from a personal
or is it a
experience.
medical or is there a design or it'd be interesting.
I
So
have some more questions, though, if I
Okay.
may.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I'm going to kick myself if I don't ask. During the Verona segment, I think it was in the junior division, Trish announced siblings got first, second.
yes,
And you have a lot of siblings, Brody.
how many have you got? 7, 8, 9.
I got, let me think.
Wow,
about
he
this.
has to
I
think
got
about this.
5 brothers and 4 sisters, so I got 9.
Wow, where are you at in the flock?
In the food chain.
I'm the youngest.
Oh, you get everything, right?
Well, I want to know if he has or will someday race any of them.
Against my siblings?
Yeah. Anybody else up the ladder race, or is it just you?
No, he's got.
If I was gonna race anyone, I already raced Dalton in the mini bike.
Okay, you have. How'd that go?
I don't beat him.
Yet?
Yeah,
I mean, he's
yeah.
good.
We'll
Dalton,
just say
I
yeah.
hear, is very good. But
Yeah, he's.
Go
he's
ahead,
good.
Larry. Is he good?
Yeah, no, Dalton and him do the flat track.
Now, how old is Dalton?
He's 19.
Okay, and how old are you?
12.
12.
Take a
Yeah,
break.
time.
You got plenty of time.
time.
You're not going to beat him yet, because if you did, he'd probably beat you, and it wouldn't be on the motorcycle. But that's another story.
Yeah.
Because Dalton's competitive, am I right?
Dalton's very competitive.
Say, would you not stomp him in the ground if he beat him?
Oh, you wouldn't let him by.
See?
He'd run him right in the
gosh.
hay bales. Camp Lockett, he'd take him right in the hay bales if he was coming around.
But you have so much time on your side, the two of them.
Yeah, keep writing that book. Keep writing that book. Let's do a little plug for Camp Lockett because, I still think it's one of the best kept secrets out there, which maybe is a good thing to a certain degree.
I got great reviews from him off air. Before we came on, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Just the love, the family.
That's what I think. I just, for whatever reason, I can't do it on Sundays, but I can do it on Saturdays. But I need you to send me an email so I can, or else I'll just go, because you have a website?
Camp Lockett does have a website. I don't know their website for the horse ranch, but calvmx.net.
Oh, it's still CalVMX.
CalVMX, Frank and Debbie, they run that whole thing still, and it's
Neves
amazing.
does a really good job of documenting everything.
Oh,
too.
Judd does everything.
Yeah.
Judd was at my house yesterday for my birthday
his
party.
birthday, by the way.
Well,
Dave.
happy birthday.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's the big 5-0.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say that.
I'm right behind him.
You're right. Yeah. Just so when you see Frank, just walk up and smack him in the back of the head.
Well, I don't know why you guys don't come out there one day.
Well, come out there is one thing. I need him back at KUSI so we can promote the you-know-what out of it. That's what I'm talking about.
I keep hearing about it, thanks to Judd, but the day after. So I think that's part of it for me.
So I just want to promote it ahead of time so
next Saturday.
All she's got to do is give me a heads up, and I'll bring a bunch of people to KUSI whenever you want.
That's what I'm waiting for, that final. You can bring a bunch of kids. Because lately what I've been doing is one go-kart.
Right.
One driver, which is fine. But if we could get a taste of something from each division that runs out there, then somebody will say, ooh, look, they do that. That's what I wanted to do, but I didn't know where to go.
Don't know where to go or sparks interest.
All right, let's get back to the kid.
I have a question, another one, Dave.
All right.
Proud moment, Papa. What's a proud moment with this racer to my right here, Brody?
Oh, everything about it. It just, when he first got in a go-kart when he was 5 and kind of timid, and now he's not afraid of anything. He's got a go-kart championship. He's got a mini dwarf championship, and the little pit bike championship, and now he went to the pull starts for fun, which seems like you're going down. But if you look up the pull starts at the CalVMX thing, his brother's 20 and racing against guys that are almost as old as me, and the pull start class is like an open whatever you want to build, and he goes and bangs bars with them, and it's so fun.
So tell me about that. What is a pull start?
Well, it's really just a short bike, and hop on.
What kind of wheels?
It's a pull start.
How big are wheels? It's a pull start.
It's a pull start.
There are 2 of them.
I know there's 2 of them, but is it bicycle style or is it go-kart style?
It's like a taller version of a go-kart, a little bit.
Okay, but it's just a 2-wheeler.
Yeah, 2-wheeler.
Okay. In my days, would it be a mini bike that was just a tubular chassis with a wheel, and a motor in the middle?
Yeah, it's like that.
Are they fat tires? That's what I remember seeing at Verona.
They're not normal. I know what he's talking about. That we had him when we were kids. We used to be called, we used to call them doodle bugs, and there was a million names for it. And it's not a super fast class, right?
No, they aren't that fast.
Yeah, it's more just slipping and sliding around and
having fun
for minimal amount of money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, it doesn't cost him anything.
Well, that's just because he's smarter than you.
But the Camp Lockett thing, the pull start thing, they don't have any rules. The rules are if it has a pull cord, it's in. So he runs a mini bike like you or I would have.
Yeah.
His brother rides one that's similar, but with bigger tires.
Uh-huh.
But Brian from San Diego Small Engines he took a Predator engine, and it's got a flat top piston, welded head, 13-to-1 compression. It runs on methanol on a 28-millimeter slide carburetor, and it's scarier than heck just to ride around in the pits.
Just in the pits.
And I just bought a Honda Monkey, and I thought I was doing good.
Well, take it to Brian if you want to go fast.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Dalton went to start his bike one time and shot a flame at me.
Oh, because
from the methanol.
That's that. So there should be a sign on it not to stand anywhere near this bike.
Warning.
What kind of seat is on it? Is it a long seat and wide, or what is it?
It really depends. It depends on the bike. Longer the bike, the longer the seat.
Okay, but you can have a little like a tractor seat if you wanted to, like a little motorcycle seat, or no? Or do you want to be able to slip and
My
slide?
sister here's got some answers
You could
for
ride
us.
on an ice chest for all you want, as long as it has a
pull
motor
cord.
inside it and a pull cord.
Pull start.
Okay, I think that's the one I want. As long as I can have ice and beer in it.
It's going to slow you down, Dave.
Not if I pull in front of them. I know how that game works. So now you've rid more sophisticated equipment, right?
Yeah.
And you love this, right? Just because it's just fun.
Racing.
Yeah, it's fun.
How big a group do you have in that class?
Averages of 10 or 11. I think the max we had was 16.
Goodness.
It's a pretty small track.
It's a super small track.
How big is that track? 8 feet around?
Hey, jeez.
No.
A little bit bigger than that. A little bit bigger.
Yeah, they line them up probably 8 wide in a couple rows. And then
8 wide at the start.
Into that first
What is
right,
turn
left
one
turn.
like?
Oh, my God. So do you have to wear motorcycle boots?
Yeah. You don't have to, but
Why wouldn't
it's,
you if
it's
you've got 'em?
preferred.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to walk and talk for a while, that might not be a bad idea. That is just, I got to check that class out. Yeah, but the go-karts are out there too, huh?
Oh, yeah. Go-karts are serious out there now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to go see Is Flat Track on Saturday coming up?
Saturday and Sunday, yes. Coming
I
up.
like that. Finding that balance with that rear
Yeah,
end coming around,
and
but
you
not too
gotta
much.
sit on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, are you moving around on your seat, Brody?
Not really on the mini bike. I'll more just tip a little bit,
Oh yeah, just throw it in there.
The quad,
Yeah. All right, well we got to go, man. Hey, Dave, are you on Facebook or any of that junk?
no.
Good man, I love it. All right, get that diary, and we'll talk down the road. This is Racer Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The answer.